Hi, I'm here to talk to you about the class preparation for the English paper piece needle book that I'm going to be teaching September 9th. The first thing that you'll need to do is get an English paper piecing kit that's available at Down the Block. If you want to pick it up at one of the other Kathy's locations, we can have one sent there for you. There'll be a number of things in your English paper piecing kit. You will have an acrylic template, a hexagon that looks like this. You'll have a number of different types of paper pieces that go inside our fabric hexagons when we prep them. There'll be a number of needles, thimbles, and thread to try during class. The only thing that you need to do to prep for class is to cut out 23 hexagons from your fabric. Don't prep them because we're going to go over 3 different ways that you can prep them for sewing. So I was going to briefly talk about the different ways that you can use this template to cut out your fabric. So some of these things I talk about are not necessary for the class. They may make it easier and they're just helpful tips. So one of the things that I like to do usually with my acrylic templates is I have this template sandpaper type stuff and we sell it at the store. It's very common with a lot of just regular acrylic templates or long arm rulers or things like that. And I will often, it's hard to see, but I put strips of the sandpaper stuff on the back of the template. It will make it such that if I'm trying to draw with a template, you see when I'm pushing, that template's not moving. This one does not have it on. Do you see how easy I can move it? So when you're cutting with this template, that can make it frustrating having it move on you so easily. If you put this grippy stuff on the back, it will not move as easily and therefore you might not make as mistakes and get frustrated. Not necessary, but could be helpful. So I have some fun scrap piece of, this is from Tula Pink's 50th anniversary. It is some pretty fun salmons. Typically what I would do, and I'm not sure you can see it, but maybe, oh no, probably not that way either. You can't see it, but there is a line on your acrylic template. It's going to be your seam line. So I use that when I'm fussy cutting because what's inside that seam line is what's going to show on your finished hexie before you sew it. So I use that line and I line it up on my fabric, and as I said, it'll be hard to see, but I move it around until I'm happy and I think about the orientation, which way for example, which way do I want the fish faces to go? And then I either use, this is a water erase pen. This is actually a chalk pencil, but I've actually just used regular mechanical pencils as well. But all I do is I put my template down. I actually just mark around it with the pencil. And I use my hand to hold it down, and you will see I have it clearly marked. And then I just take a pair of scissors and trim it out close to the line. And so there I have one piece. It'll be all ready to prep at class. Something else you could do if you were going to fussy cut is you could use one of these circular rotating mats. Mine happens to be a Sew Tight brand, but let's see, I'm going to put my fabric on here again. I'm going to use my acrylic template. I'm going to line it up where I want to. I'm going to put these magnets down. Now, if you don't have a Sew Tight one, you will have to hold your template, and then going to take my rotary cutter and I am literally just going to rotate the mat, and I'm trying not to cut too much into the fabric around the template so that I can save it. Oop, and I hit that a little bit with my hand. Doesn't want to cut out. All right. Like that, and there you go. That's another way that you can fussy cut your pieces. Now, if you have some fabric that doesn't really matter how you cut it, you can actually cut, for this template, you could cut a 2.5-inch strip, and your template, this template fits perfectly in it, and you could just cut multiple out of that strip. That would be a lot easier way. I'd put this strip down on the mat, and I just use a rotary cutter and cut multiple of these. Remember, for your project, you need 23 fabric pieces cut like this. And we're going to prep and work on learning how to sew them together in class. See you there.